Hi guys, today I have a brand new model from BlackVue. It's called DR550GW-2CH. It is their very first dedicated two-channel system from BlackVue. So I'm just going to share my very first impression along with unboxing of this unit, and then I will also give you my impression, my opinion of these dedicated two-channel dash cams. Okay, so let's have a look here. It comes with 16 gigabytes, made in Korea. When I went to Korea this May 2013, I actually saw this unit being tested in their lab. I didn't really share that news with our viewers and customers, but they promised that the unit will be available very shortly. And now it is ready to be shipped out from Korea. Let's have a look here. It looks pretty much identical to the DR500 currently, the Wi-Fi version. Let's have a look. Oh yeah, one thing I actually noticed is that they have English, German, Spanish, Chinese, Japanese, and French description of what this unit is all about. And I found that is quite unique because BlackVue is probably the only dashcam maker that's doing this, which means that they're selling globally. Okay, so let's see here. Very well packaged. Put it right here. So, I mean, this unit, it looks identical to the DR500. The only thing I can notice is that there's another wire plug input for your second dash cam. SD card comes inserted like this, 16 gigabytes. Again, you can use Wi-Fi on this unit, and one thing to notice of this specific unit is that it is using Sony Exmor CMOS sensor. That you can see on FineView CA500 on some dash cams. And one thing I learned from visiting Korea and visiting many different dash cam companies is that Sony Exmor CMOS sensors, they actually work. They are known as the sensor that provides best nighttime quality videos. And again, on our website, we've explained the CMOS sensor is what really is important. The Chinese dash cams, the cheaper dash cams, may advertise that it is using Full HD quality, 30 frames per second, even 60 frames per second. But if you actually see the video yourself, you're going to be very shocked. The video is nowhere near their advertised quality. Whereas this one, it uses Sony Exmor CMOS sensor. It is expensive for companies to use it, and so a lot of companies that used it are moving away from using Sony Exmor CMOS sensor for their newer devices. But BlackVue went ahead and chose a Sony Exmor CMOS sensor. Still offers Full HD at 30 frames per second. Okay, so the back camera, the very small camera. You're not going to have any SD card input here. These dedicated dash cams, what's good about it is that you're using one SD card to put both videos, meaning front and back. It's nice because you can see front and back from BlackVue player along with your GPS information. However, because you're using 16 gigabytes for both Full HD front and back, it's not going to, you're gonna need a little more room than 16 gigabytes in my opinion, and I believe, I'm pretty sure you can expand it up to 32 gigabytes. I'm not personally so sure why they're not letting users to use up to 128 gigabytes per se. I know Lucas is able to do that, but not with BlackVue or FineView. So this is going to be your rear dash cam facing in the rear windshield, and from this wire input you're going to run your wire through the ABC pillars and going to insert it right there. So my first impression, it looks identical to the DR500 that is out in the market in terms of size and the way it looks identical. The only thing is that there's a brand new rear dedicated dash cam that's small and looks neat. I like it. It doesn't feel cheap. It looks pretty quality made, and again, there are a lot of holes to dissipate heat, what they try to do with the DR500. And another thing to notice, another thing that I should really mention is that since DR380, since the very first generation DR400, DR380, DR400 Season 2, and DR500, there hasn't been a lot of there's actually literally no heat issues that our customers are actually facing. So back then, if you see our other videos, I said in the video there are overheating issues, but I'm very optimistic in terms of their quality control on these units nowadays, because I actually don't have any returns due to overheating issues, and return ratios due to defective unit for DR500 is extremely low, which is very nice. So I should actually make that video. I'm actually going to make a second update for DR500 along with CR500, because when I first did my DR500 video, I talked about how the BlackVue had some issues with overheating issues and whatnot previously, and people are still saying, hey, is it causing a lot of issues? So I'll probably follow up with the video. Okay, so let's just put it down here for a sec. So accessory kit. Okay. Comes with one cable and then a wire from this dash cam to the main dash cam. A manual, all in English. Very nice. And quite a bit of clips and double-sided tapes, along with micro SD card reader. But you know, when you're using DR500, the Wi-Fi version, you really don't ever take out the SD card. You can do everything. You can view your video. You can change your settings over the phone. So, which is still, they have it in here, pretty handy. Okay, so let's see the unit again. Let me just clear this place up a bit. So what's my impression of this unit? Very small, well made, easy to hide, easy to blend in along the headliner, or the windshield, along with the mirror. The one thing that I notice with the dedicated 2-channel system is that fact that it's using one CPU, one computer to process 2 videos, front and back. And because of the reason, there are cases when the rear dash cams don't work. I'm guessing that the processor can't keep up with shooting full HD on both sides, because it's actually shooting full HD and full HD. Many dashcam companies started offering, some actually, not many, some companies started making these dedicated 2-channel system, but there were a lot of issues. It's not as easy as just making 2 cameras and putting a wire and run it. When I went to Korea, I was able to meet up with a lot of these companies and able to hear what they're going through in terms of building a new product and what kind of issues that they face. And these 2-channel system, they may seem easy, but there are, and cars nowadays have a lot of technology, GPS, and and sensors and whatnot, and sometimes these things bothers the car itself. So especially the back cameras and the front camera, you need to be able to use correct wire. Like this one, I actually never seen this one before, but I learned a lot from my Korea trip that these dash cams, dedicated 2-channel systems, they cause a lot of interference along with the car itself in terms of GPS signals and whatnot. But I'm guessing it's gone better, much better now, and they're using a much quality material, I think, because the ones that I tested before, they were using either USB cable or even IP cable, which was quite shocking to see. But I think they did really good job in choosing this, because as you can see, this wire itself is very thin. That means it's easy to hide along with the headliner to bring this wire over to the other side, which is something to note about, because since I do installs as well, I always note stuff like that. Okay, so as I said, there are like in Korea, there are already people using it and people giving feedbacks and reviewing the product. And one thing that it's been said is that the fact that the rear dash cam doesn't record time to time, but we've used other two-channel dash cams before, and this is something that's common in between two-channel dash cams. So you might think that the unit is defective when you're using the unit and say that the rear dash cam don't record the videos, but it just means that it's not able to keep up. I think that's what it is, because now that we know, because we actually tested other two-channel dash cams and we were seeing a lot of these same issues. Rear dash cam were not able to record videos, and we were wondering what is going on. Is something wrong with the device? But that's that little downside. That's a huge downside of these dedicated two-channel system. The video is not able to record front and back with one processing computer. And one thing to note is that it's nice, the fact that their BlackVue is offering Full HD on both front and back, because some dashcam companies are not able to incorporate that, integrate Full HD both front and back. Some companies offer HD front and back, or even offer HD front and VGA quality for your rear dashcam, but they're offering Full HD front and back, which is quite nice. So that's a little bit of a tip that I can give you and my honest input on these devices, because I don't want you to buy this unit because watching this video and thinking that, hey, my unit's not working because my rear dash cam isn't working. It is a known issue, and I'm hoping they will be able to fix this or do something about it. That's why we've been offering full HD quality, two-channel dash cams in terms of CR500 in the front, DR500 in the back. Although when you're checking your video, you're gonna be looking at two different micro SD cards going through different SD cards, but you're gonna be able to record longer hours, and besides, you're going to be able to make sure that front and back is recorded or recording perfectly. So that's my input on these devices. I will be testing this unit out, and I'm going to test it for a bit in order for us to bring it over. And if you have any questions, please feel free to email us at info@blackboxmycar.com or visit our website at blackboxmycar.com. Subscribe to our channel. We'll have more videos coming up with this specific device, and also I'll make a follow-up video of the CR500 versus DR500. Thank you for watching. Bye bye.